Just like any other tool, Kumu uses some specific vocabulary to describe its various parts, and it's useful to be familiar with that vocab when you're using the tool and reading through the documentation. In this video, we'll walk through the most important vocabulary, which are the words that describe the core building blocks of Kumu. I'll start with the smallest building blocks, which are elements, connections, and loops. In Kumu, you can add elements, you can add connections, and you can add loops to your map to represent your system or network. Visually speaking, elements are circles, connections are lines between the elements, and loops are groups of two or more connections. Each element, connection, and loop can hold additional rich information about that item. This information is stored in the next important building block called fields. Fields have two components, a name and a value. In this top section of the profile, Kumu has some built-in fields, which are label, type, description, and tags. And for these built-in fields, Kumu will only show you the field's value. But if I create my own custom fields down here, Kumu will show me both the field name and the field value. The next important block and one of Kumu's more unique features is the view. The view is a collection of rules that affect the visual appearance of your elements, connections, and loops, and those rules can be edited from the settings panel on the right side of the canvas here. There's a lot to learn about views and how to edit them, but I won't dive deep right now. For more info, you can check out our quick tip titled, "What is a View?" After views, the next building block is the map. It's tempting to look at your whole visualization and call it a map, but in Kumu, a map is technically just a collection of elements, connections, and loops. Each map can remember a full list of which elements, connections, and loops should be included on its canvas. The map combined with the view is what gives us the final visual of your system or network. The last and biggest building block is the project. You can think of a Kumu project as if it's a bucket filled with everything I just defined. Elements, connections, and loops, as well as fields, views, and maps. And note that you can have more than one view and more than one map inside of a single project. You probably don't need to memorize this vocab or be a complete expert, but these words are what we use in Kumu's documentation to describe the different components of Kumu in a consistent way. So it's useful to at least have a basic understanding of what the different words mean, and that should help you as you're reading through and learning. To learn more about the building blocks of Kumu, go to docs.kumu.io and search Kumu's architecture.